there's the white button, but should it be red? Oh, there it is. Okay.
You're good.
Now we're
Yeah,
now we're in business. Okay. All right. So I will start by sharing my screen, and I know I need to click the sound button. So there we are. And here we go. That is not what I wanted to share. Okay, now I got to get back to my little button here. Stop share. And I will get up what we need. That's what I was looking for. Okay, now I can start share. Turn on my sound. Forgive me as I walk through these complicated. Here we go. All right. So welcome to Parenting Wheel of Fortune. As I said, the game where there's a win with every spin. I'm Lois Ingber, behavioral counselor for Element Education, and your co-host today. We will use positive discipline parenting tools to play our game. Positive discipline is Element's embraced model for teaching social emotional skills, classroom leadership, parenting education, and discipline. And so I'm going to switch now to this wheel. I believe everybody sees the wheel now. Does everybody see our wheel?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So you can see there are close to 50 parenting tools and solutions for your parenting challenges. So now I'd like to introduce co-host Samara Tricarico, community Montessori parent and positive discipline parenting educator, to explain how the game is played. Take it away, Samara.
Thank you, Lois. So we're going to call to mind and write in the chat a parenting challenge in 1 to 3 words. So something like defiance or tantrums, bedtime routine, or sibling conflict. So we want to invite you to think about challenges that you're facing as a parent and share them in the chat. And then if you'd like to see if the tool can help, raise your hand virtually, and that you do that by on the 3 dots on the control panel has the actions raise hand. So I'm going to raise my hand, and you want to keep your hand raised if you would like to share. And we'll get to as many challenges as we can. Just remember we have limited time today, but each tool the wheel lands on can fit for a number of challenges. So be listening for how the tool can possibly help your challenge. So let's go ahead and call to mind parenting challenges that you're currently facing, and go ahead and type into the chat. And that's, you go into the chat, and there's a little, it looks like a thought box, like, so I'll start because I know sibling rivalry is a issue in my home. And if anyone else wants to share, we can use the tool to see how it would help address. So Benoni has technology limits. Great.
And of course, these could be your neighbor's kids. Doesn't have to be your own. And we can just have that understanding.
So bedtime routine, another one. So I believe if you'd like to turn your cameras on, I'm not seeing any hands raised. Or Benoni, would you like to share and we could start spinning the wheel for you?
I guess I would just put technology limits. That's something that, as an education technology manager, the irony is that just try and find healthy ways to limit and reduce kind of that conflict of I'm almost done, wait a minute here, and so forth. So that's kind of where the angle I'm coming from.
Okay, so Lois is going to spin the wheel for us. And while
Big money, big money.
yeah.
Letting go.
Letting go.
Okay. So now we will switch to our deck of cards and find letting go and see what solution that offers us. Oop, limit screen time. We might have to look at that one too. Okay, here we are.
Letting go. Benoni, would you like to read the card?
Sure. Letting go does not mean abandoning your child. It means allowing your child to learn responsibility and to feel capable. 1, take small steps in letting go. 2, take time for training and then step back. 3, have faith in your child to learn from his or her mistakes. 4, get a life so your identity doesn't depend on managing your child's life.
Ooh. What do you think about that? Does that apply for you? Does this seem like a good solution or a tool for you that you could use?
Yeah, I think, sometimes depending on the time of day and stress level, I think letting go is always a good tool to use. And, taking time to train and step back from the situation, regardless of stress level, and whether it's yours or what the kids are creating. So I think, yeah, letting go, just be like Elsa, let it go.
Yeah, there you go.
So Samara and Benoni, since we actually have a card that relates to screen time, I think we're going to just skip to that really quickly and see what else it has to offer.
Great.
Would you like to read this one, Benoni?
Sure. Screen time is addictive and interferes with relationships. For your young children, be careful about using the TV as a babysitter. 2, do not allow computer or TVs or cell phones in child's room. 3, make agreements with children about how much TV, video games, texting, and internet time is reasonable. 4, brainstorm fun alternative activities that bring family members together.
What do you think, Benoni?
I think, 1 through 3 makes sense. We try to apply them. 4, I think, is something I probably can work on more, is trying to brainstorm fun alternative activities that bring family members together. So always constantly working on 1 through 3, sometimes better than others, but 4 is something I think that I can add to the toolkit.
All right.
Awesome. And just for everyone else, just call to mind if this might be helpful for you as well, because I think this is a great one. This is super helpful. Thank you, Benoni. Thank you for playing the wheel. Tracy, would you like to play the wheel? Tracy's challenges doesn't like to move from one activity to another. For example, when it's time to leave where he's at, he does not like to go. So staying in one place.
All right.
So what do I do?
So I'm going to spin the wheel and
Oh,
let's
thanks.
see what comes up.
Focus on solutions.
All right. That sounds intriguing. Let's see what that says. Oops, I covered up my exit full screen. All right, let's go to our tool. Focus on solutions. See what gem might be here.
And Tracy, when we get to the card, if you'd like to read it for us, that would be great.
Okay.
Here we are.
Okay. Instead of focusing on blame, focus on solutions. Identify a problem. Brainstorm for as many solutions as possible. Pick one that works for everyone. Try the solution for a week. In a week, evaluate. If it didn't work, start over. I can see that. That works. We use, it's 5 more minutes and then it's time to go. And that has worked in the past. So that's right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so maybe an opportunity to brainstorm for some other possibilities, other solutions.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when you come up with something that works, then it works for a while. And then you do have to brainstorm and think of something even more clever because kids are too dang clever.
Yes.
And they have a lot of good ideas. And that's the point of inviting them to help think of the solutions.
Yeah.
Because kids are more likely to do something they have a say in deciding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thanks, Tracy.
We have one more in the chat, Lois. I don't know. Do we have time for one more?
Let me check the time. I think we do.
Okay, great. We have Telly Ott has appropriate play behavior. Telly, if you want to.
Sorry.
Follow through.
Okay, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead and share a little bit while I get the card up.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. It's mostly I have 2 boys, so it's mostly about them choosing to play. Like I give them time to play creatively, but it seems like they maybe choose to be overly creative at times. So just knowing what is appropriate and what is what's, even though I've told them many times what is and what is not, they choose to still, be a little bit more inappropriate than I would like.
Okay.
All right, so go
Would
ahead.
you read the card and see if this might be a helpful tool for you?
Okay, it says follow through. If you say it, mean it. If you mean it, follow through. Kids don't know when you mean it and when you don't. If you say, I'll read a story at 8 o'clock after pajamas are on and teeth are brushed, and your kids aren't ready by 8 o'clock, kindly point out the time and put the kids to bed without reading. Be encouraging by saying you can try again tomorrow. Yes, there definitely is a little bit of follow through. I guess it's hard for me to find a balance between, kind of letting go and following through. Where would be the median for that?
So maybe we could combine this, I don't know the ages of your kids, with focusing on solutions. And so if you guys come up with a bedtime routine, there's another one called the routine chart to create the bedtime routine and time frames, that you would be making that agreement, and then you would have something to point to use the follow through. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, my oldest is 6. Is that still appropriate for him to take part in coming up with a?
Yes.
You can do this with a 4-year-old.
Yes.
So 6 is definitely capable.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
let's
you.
see. Our time has gone by so very quickly. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to stop share. And thank you for those who shared your questions. We hope that others that have joined found at least some ideas to meet your needs. And we invite you to, I'm going to put in the chat the link. I guess I'll put it in when we get back to the main room. The Positive Discipline website, where you can purchase these, and actually maybe I can do it right now. So you'll see lots of resources, including our tool cards. And there's 52 of them. So I hope we've piqued your interest a little bit. And there we are. We're sorry, the time just goes by so quickly. But we hope you had fun and learned at the same time. Thank you, Samara. And don't forget to go now to the main room because there's more tool cards that we're going to be raffling off.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Benoni.
See ya.